Welcome back to another My Thoughts video. Now, today we are going to be talking about my thoughts on Dying Light. Now, Dying Light has been a big part of my channel, as you may have known. If you go back and see, look, me and friend did a lot of videos on that, and we did a walkthrough on that, and we didn't finish Let's Play on our the following, but I'm not going to go back to that. It's too old and it's just getting frustrating for me to record that and all that, so I'm not going to go back to that. But anyway, so today we're going to be talking about the gameplay, Dying Light, what's in Dying Light, the story, and just my thoughts of the overall game in general. So yeah, let's just get straight to it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the story in Dying Light. Now, the story in Dying Light is probably one of the best stories I've ever played in a game in general. That's just my own opinion on this. I really enjoyed the game and I really got into the characters in a way. I really, you know what I mean, but I really felt that the emotions and all that the characters had. Well, except apart from there when people are dying, that's when I turn savage and say, haha, you're dead, to various people. Anyway, but yeah, the story, and when you're playing the missions and all this is really good. The way that the missions are set out are really good. Pain in the ass to do some of them though, but it's manageable, Really good as well. I know I've been seeing it's really good, but this is the only way I can describe the story. It is one of the best stories I've ever played. So the missions, all of them are really interesting in their own ways, and they had their own kind of specialties towards them. Some missions kind of copied at kind of, but not really. But I like the fact how you didn't have you had their own special part of like the map to that mission. Like blowing up the volatile building, you had to go inside that volatile hive, and it was just amazing. You had to go through the sewers, come back through the sewers. It was really good, and it was really interesting to see how are they going to survive in this kind of environment, and it was really interesting to see them do that. And yeah, it's really good. And moving on, before I start saying everything's really good about this game. Right, the next thing I want to talk about is gameplay. Now, gameplay, this is going to be quite a long thing to talk about, but mainly because there's so much stuff going on in Dying Light that affects the gameplay. Like the combat affects gameplay. I'll just move on. I'll just talk about the combat in a minute. But the combat basically affects, you need to be good at timing, and it affects the gameplay. Say if you're bad at the combat and you can't exactly fight massive hordes of zombies, and that is going to affect your gameplay, because towards the kind of in the middle and near the end of the story, you're going to face different types of hordes of zombies, and you will need to you'll kind of need to get involved with that, but you're not going to stand a chance against Rice's men, because they are a lot more difficult. They're a lot difficult to compare to the zombies, and you need to be good at timing in order to work your way and kill different types of zombies and Rice's men and bandits and all that. I'm just going to call them bandits because I can. And yeah, so if you're not good at timing, then you're not going to be good at the combat, and it does affect gameplay, because it's going to affect your gameplay. It's going to affect your game if you're bad at this game, if you're bad at the timing, So in a way, it's 50-50 with the combat features. I'm okay with it, but sometimes I feel it's kind of broke. But when you slice some zombies, they just either don't die, or you take hits, but one hit too many and die from that, or you know what I mean. So it's 50. It's balanced. I'm not too happy with it, but I'm not too frustrated or angry with it. I do like it. I do enjoy cutting up some zombies when I'm angry, but No, it's just it's 50-50 for me, and that's just something that I think is good for balance in a way, in my opinion. But another thing that affects gameplay is the day cycle. Now the day cycle was a really good feature that they could add in, and I'm really glad that they did add it in, because during the day zombies are quite calm and not as ruthless compared to the night, but the day zombies are quite okay, and the virals are a bit of a problem, but you can move past that and it's just okay. But compared to night, night's a whole different ball game. Yeah, it's a whole different game entirely, because there's not only do the pain in the ass enemy known as the Volatile comes out, but zombies are, I think they're a lot harder to kill. They're more aggressive, and they're more, I think they're more stupid, but I'm not too sure. But the Volatiles are really powerful, and again, you're going to be good at your combat in order to kill them. And you need to be have a lot of good stuff on you, as in weapons and basically tactics as well. Is another good thing that affects gameplay. You need to be good at your throwable weapons and your UV light, your grapple hook, and all that. You just need to have. There's so much things in this game that you need to have, and that's why I really like the game. But I'm just rambling about random things and going off topic, but I'm sorry. Yeah, so the Volatiles are quite hard to deal with, but are manageable at night. But again, if you're not a advanced player, I wouldn't recommend you going about at night until you are good enough at the combat feature. And I'd recommend you max out your power level and your agility, because you're going to need to be good at the agility as well. The parkour feature in this game is amazing. It affects so much of the gameplay. 50% of this game is split between a 50-50 combat and parkour. You get some platforming stages, and you get some it's basically Mario combined with Street Fighter. There we go. It's basically a platformer combined with fighting, and it's really, really good in a way like that. And that's what makes that's why I enjoy the game, is because it combines two of my favourite genres of gaming into one game. And the platforming is so good, but it's a little buggy, but it's manageable, if you get me. So it's again 50-50 in my opinion. It's the same as the combat, with the agility, yeah, parkour features and all that. But I'm just rambling again. There's nothing really else to say. But the agility is it's 50-50 in a way, but it's manageable, just like the combat. And that's all there is to it. That's all I have to say about that. Next thing I want to talk about is the leveling up system. Now, the leveling up system I'm going to be talking about the normal Dying Light, not the Fallen or anything. So there is, and they've just added in a new leveling up feature there, but I won't be talking about that. I'm just going to be focusing on the normal Dying Light. So there was 3 leveling up systems. You had the power, agility, and survivor. There we go. Nearly forgot that there. Yeah, so you had 3 different leveling up things, and you had to do 3 different types of things in order to gain a level in those categories. So say for power, you had to have good combat, and you had to be good at combat, and you had to just basically slaughter zombies and different types of enemies in order to gain a level in the combat feature. And when you did gain a level, you've got something called a skill tree, which basically builds up towards your basically improves the category that you've just leveled up in. So say my example there was power. Say if you leveled up, you got a level and you've got a 1 point, towards your power. You could like get, like, I don't know, kind of think of an example. Like you can increase your, I think it's increased damage. I'm not too sure, but I know one's Grand Slam. If you got a two-handed weapon, you can Grand Slam. So yeah, there's different types of abilities you can unlock, and it's all really solid, and it's all really one good system that it has, and that's what makes players like me who want to just get 100% in the game completely. And that sets an objective to the players like us to do before we complete the game. And I remember when did not complete I completed the Survivor and Power levels, but I didn't complete the Agility before when I finished the game. It turns out you don't need to finish the Agility to you don't need to max out your Agility to beat the game, because I have done it. I know I've got no proof, but oh well. You need to take my word for this. But yeah, so it sets a goal for players like me, and it feels really good when you've got those 3 ranks maxed out, and you can just cruise about finding stuff and all this, and it's really good and it's really solid. But I think the levels are I wouldn't say that they're short, but it would be good to add in a higher Survivor rank, just because I don't think 25 is going to be enough. Although there is so much more stuff you could do to add in to make the game feel more challenging in a way, because 25, and I'm max ranking everything currently, and I feel like there's something missing from the Survivor set that needs to be there, but I don't know what it is. So I think there's something missing from the Survivor set, and I think that's what they're going to need to look into there if they're making another game, another Dying Light game, or if they're making another expansion pack. I don't know what they're doing right now, currently at this time. I probably won't know until they actually say something about DLC or a new game, but I don't know, I'm ranting about crap again. So yeah, overall I like the leveling up system, and it's really solid in my opinion. Before we wrap up this video, I am going to give the game an overall rating and my overall thoughts of the game. So yeah, my overall thoughts of the game is that Dying Light is in my top 10 favourite games. The game is so fun to do, and it's really fun to mess about with your friends, and with yourself as well. It's really good to just mess about with the zombies. Different weapons and items are really good to find, and there's developer weapons like the chicken on the stick that you've seen I think you've seen anyway, but yeah, I really like it. It's really glitchy as well, but some of the glitches aren't game breaking in a way, like my glitch video on if you didn't see that, my duplication glitch, that wasn't game breaking, but it's dependent on what you duplicate. That can be game breaking in a way, but it's really fun to play, and my overall thoughts is it's one of the best games I've ever played. It's one of the easily top 10 for me, easily. And my rating for this is going to be a 7 out of 10, just because of the glitches and the combat and the parkour bad sides. They're just quite arguable, and yeah, and plus it was quite easy to complete. In my opinion, it was one of the easiest stories out there, but it was really enjoyable in a way. So it's an easy, enjoyable story, and I really enjoyed it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I missed anything out and I didn't cover it, then I am sorry, but it's currently 2 o'clock in the morning and I am very tired. So I'll go over this, and if I have missed out something, you'll see it before you're hearing this. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't. I don't know what I'm going to be covering next, and you'll find out next week. But yeah, so subscribe if you're new today, and I'll see you guys later.